Hello, my name's Erik Davis, El Presidente of Old Spanish Days Fiesta 2020. During this time, we thought we'd look back through video, meet some of the artists, talk about some of our history, and just tell stories. So today, we are proud to have with us Andrew Leonard. Andrew developed the 2020 poster and pin. We'll talk about that process with Andrew now. Welcome, Andrew. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, Erik. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor and a pleasure, definitely.
Yes, and first I want to say congratulations. I think on May 28th, you had a baby boy, baby Max. How are things going?
Max is great. It's more than we could ask for. I feel so blessed and so lucky that, during these crazy times, we were able to just make it through and bring home a healthy baby boy. So thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations. Send the best to your wife and your other son and the family. We're going through this. It kind of feels like we're family a little bit. So we're taping here at the TVSB studios, and it's interesting how we met. It was was it a year ago that you developed the Imaginary Square for TVSB?
Yeah, just a little over a year ago, and it seems like just like the other day, I usually say that like my year revolves around Imaginary. I feel like that's my new year, I get to see how much I progressed in a year with my art, depending on how much growth I have in my picture that I do that year for Imaginary. And it's definitely sad that we weren't able to have the festival this year as it normally takes place at the Mission. And at the same time, my wife was about to pop at any minute, with baby Max. So I wasn't able to do it. But yeah, it was great. I love that festival. And I guess it was aligned in the stars that we were able to click up and make something happen. You being a platform for media in Santa Barbara, and me being somebody who loves the city and is inspired to make artwork based on the people and the surroundings and memories that I have in the city. I guess they just went hand in hand, and I feel very grateful to have met up with you.
Yeah, it was a random occurrence. They pair an artist with a business, and I don't recall the times the conversations we had, or if we did, but you pulled together something that weaved in a little bit of kind of just very Santa Barbara elements, and you even had a little bit of Fiesta in there too, with the dancing and the old cars, and even we worked in Salina Street where the studio's located.
Yeah, definitely. I guess I do Imaginary I do it for myself, but it's nothing without the viewer, and a lot of the people aren't from Santa Barbara, and a lot of the people have lived there their whole lives, and I wanted to do something that would be interesting to anyone that walked by, whether you was your first time in town or, you go to the Mission every week, I wanted you to see my summary of what I feel like Santa Barbara represents.
And shortly thereafter, I think I approached you and asked if you would be willing to do the Fiesta poster and the pin, and you jumped at it right away.
Oh yeah, for sure. We just that morning that you asked me, my mom and I were actually at breakfast that morning, and we were at Cafe Domingo's, and Cafe Domingo in Goleta has Fiesta posters on their wall. That's like exclusive. That's almost like 99% of what's on their wall. And I thought, hey, my Imaginary picture was pretty cool. Like I could see it as a poster one day or something like it. And then I got the call from you and the text that afternoon, and I couldn't believe it. I thought it was just too good to be true, really. So I jumped on it, and I had so many ideas just right off the bat. And I'm very lucky.
And before that, my wife and I went to the Feria Angelique, to the Sevilla Big Fiesta, and we came back with some postcards and some concepts. I think we have some of the old postcards here, and we talked through it. And I think we met for a conceptual kind of overview, But then you just went went on your own. You're doing research. You're going to the historical museum. Talk about that.
Yeah. Well, you kind of sparked the idea of working from these like kind of like folk tiles, and I kind of thought about our California history in relation to the Spanish history, and there's a whole line of decorative tiles early California artisans put together, and that was some of my main inspiration for the piece. And taking trips to the Historical Society, I know there's an annual fiesta exhibition, and seeing posters from the past up close and personal, and just being able to see them at life size and at from the original print process, really, there's nothing like seeing the genuine piece in person to give you, all the inspiration that you need, So that was huge. The library there, Chris Irving, the archivist, let me go through every single box that was Fiesta related. And I'm somebody who doesn't like to leave a stone unturned. So I flipped through thousands of pages of articles. And it's funny that none of my work the poster doesn't resemble much from what I saw, but I couldn't have made it without the inspiration that I got from the artists from the past who were involved in Fiesta. So that was huge, and I came to you guys with 20 different ideas, and being able to collaborate just paints a better picture for me to come back with a more concentrated vision, and just to bounce back like that is a rare opportunity. And I'm so lucky to have a director like you who has such a vision that helped me paint a clearer picture. So I feel very lucky.
Yeah, and one of the common themes you mentioned the 20 examples that you'd provided, but there was much more than just 20 on your tablet. You were pretty productive in your creations.
Yeah. Well, on my tablet, that's the funny thing. Like, if we weren't working on a tablet, I would have had like 2 things for you. But just the flexibility that I have. I mean, it's still the same drawing process. I'm still. It's just like working with traditional medium. Really, like working on a tablet is you still need to have skills, but it was so accessible that I could work on this picture while after I got home from my night shift, and I was able to put an hour in to just lay down a few colors that I was thinking about during one of my breaks. So I had so much accessibility that I was just I don't know, just the project is so exciting that I just put all my energy into it, and the result I'm very pleased with, and I'm very fortunate to have just a family that supports me, gives me the time to make all those examples, just to get the job done right.
Yeah, one of the common themes that I looking back, because I pulled some of those examples out this morning, we always had the mission front and center, and then it was always revolved around dance. Was that something that we came up together, or is that? Do you recall?
I don't know, but I think that some of my earliest memories of Fiesta is I can't remember the name of the exact event. Is it? It's the event at the mission. It might be the opening night, right? The Primavera, is that what it is?
Yes, Fiesta Pequeña.
We went every year growing up until I left and moved to New York for 10 years. But we grew, basically that celebration is what sticks out in my mind the most, and I feel like that's like some of the core of Fiesta to me. Is getting the community together at the landmark of the mission, and just having a good time, and I wanted to bring that into people's homes, people who bought the poster. I wanted to bring that I just wanted to bring it into everyone's lives, so that was a theme that I just felt strong. I felt like we needed to do, definitely.
And the theme was Vamos a bailar, let's dance. So the dancing couple is different, but we brought that forward. It's just splendid. It's just really wonderful. And the colors. One of the things that really jumps out to me is the background is something you found from either the 40s or 50s. What was that?
Right. So, doing some more research, I found a postcard from that was painted by an early California illustrator. And I just looked at that and thought, wow, like the vibrancy of the picture, I need to incorporate that, and I need to share this picture because it would have sat under a rock until I wanted to be the one that brought this into our community's favorite event. I wanted it to play a big part in a supportive role to some dancers for the picture, for sure.
Yeah, and it captures for me a lot of the Santa Barbara, the emission, the sea, the palm trees, the rose garden, even that magical sunset. To me, that's the color that really, really resonates. And I don't know if you could see this, but I shared a photograph. One of our, Lisa Burns, who's the wife of former past President Scott Burns, pulled out this photo from way back when, and it shows these old flags hanging on the mission. And you were able to incorporate that in.
Oh yeah. And that was actually something that I did see at the Historical Society. I saw an old black and white photo with the flags on the mission, and I thought, whoa, that is, it just, I mean, the mission is it doesn't change much. You'll see some decorations around Christmas and Easter, but to see a flag, like I believe that's the Santa Barbara flag on the mission, it had to have been about like a 50-foot flag. I said, hey, that is so cool. We need to put that in this poster. It's just such a beautiful decorative opportunity, and it's also part of history, so I definitely wanted to share that.
And the other part I really like about the outcome of it kind of harkens back to some of the early posters. It's got a poster style to it.
Right. I'll be honest. This is my first poster that I've ever done, but I've looked at thousands of vintage photographs vintage postcards and pictures, and I really wanted it to feel like an old illustration. And I know that was something that you also wanted to bring into this year's poster. So I did some research, and I just saw that most of those guys that were doing those prints were working very simple, to the point. Their colors were bold, and just to have a human connection in the picture, have gesture, to say a lot with a little. I feel like my poster is a little more detailed than some of the vintage posters, but there's so many little details in the city that I didn't want to skip over anything. So.
And then the companion piece to the poster is the pin, which I just love. I like the shape of it. It's a different dance style, but it's amazing.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, that definitely. Like, there was a display case at the Historical Society that had it must have been pins from the beginning of the Fiesta celebrations from the 20s, like 1924, I think, to even the ones from the 70s. I just thought, whoa, these things are so amazing. And they were all these kind of irregular squares or circles that had, maybe there were like ribbons. They were replicating a ribbon or like some sort of like metal. And I thought, how cool would it be to just kind of make like a little coin or like a little piece of like a little medallion style pin. And yeah, I'm so happy the way it turned out, because I had no idea what was going to come of this. I just thought, oh man, like, how could in my work, I've never made something that was intended to be a piece of jewelry or like a decorative item for wearing, and as soon as I saw Angelique gave me a couple of them, and I was really, really impressed with the quality. It's just kind of cool to see my work in the form of like a material object, something that isn't like on paper or canvas. So I definitely want to do more of these pins for my own work in the future. But I'm really happy with this one, the way it came out. So thank you.
Yeah. Andrew, this being 2020, we have to talk a little bit about the pandemic. Normally we have a launch party, which we've had on our calendars for quite a while, where we unveil the poster and the pin. Did you have any initial reaction when this broke?
Yeah, my first thing I said, oh man, all this work for nothing, you know, is it going to be used? Like, what's going to happen? Like I really like I set aside like a lot of projects to get this done so we could get this out to you know, the city and the people who love Fiesta so much. And it was pretty heartbreaking. But back in my mind, I knew that you would be able to put something together, you know, and just like we said, just give some hope, you know. Who knows what's going to happen by August? You know, maybe there'll be some less restrictions, and I know that we want to play it safe, and we definitely want to take the precautions. But you know, hopefully there'll be people out on the street and, you know, enjoying themselves during that week, because it's a beautiful week in the city. And hopefully, you know, the spirit is going to still be there. And I know the dancers have been training all year, and musicians and everyone else that plays a part of Fiesta. I know that they've been working really hard at this too. And I feel right along there with them. And I hope for nothing but the best, you know. But yeah, it's pretty saddening though, for sure.
But you did provide hope. So
Thank you.
We made a quick pivot. We couldn't have the parties, but we moved forward in launching the poster and the pin around the same time. I went on KUIT and put it on. We unveiled it on television, and the response has been just incredible. It flew off the shelf that first week. It brought joy. I've been sent pictures of people holding it. It shipped out. We had to fulfill the initial orders was a process. So, I mean, you know, for me, it's.
I don't even think has sunken in yet. You know, I saw the news bit, and I got a ton of calls as well. And I kind of was like, I was still kind of like numb to the fact that, you know, I was somebody who was able to, you know, I was the maker of the poster. You know, I put it together. It's just one of those things that I had looked at for so long, and I worked on it so hard that I hadn't really distanced myself yet to be able to enjoy the final product. I feel like that finally came when one of my friends sent me a picture of his daughter dressed in traditional flamenco dance outfit, and she was standing right next to my picture, and it really solidified then. And I thought, wow, it brought it all into perspective. You know, this piece is a part of hopefully a part of history, you know, and a part of people, their lives too. You know, it definitely so great to see it in a context like that. You know, it really makes me smile. You know.
Yeah, no, that story gave me chills, and I've been getting a lot of the same reactions. I've had people tell me that, you know, they know your wife's an artist, and asking for you. We've got requests for you to autograph the posters themselves. It's just been an outpouring of support. I mean, every day I'm getting texts and emails of people holding the poster. We had
awesome. Thank you. You know, all the hard work pays off. You know, and I feel like you know, all the reward is coming from, like what you said, just being able to, you know, play a part in somebody's day, you know, just have a companion to their festival, that they may not get the festival that they remember, but you know, I feel great to be giving them just a slice of you know, of Santa Barbara, and a tradition that hopefully never dies. You know, it's too strong that, you know, for COVID, you know, so it's going to keep going, definitely.
96 years, and I think you just really nailed it. I couldn't be more proud. I've heard.
Thank you. I think it's a collaboration also between you know, you two and Angelique, and even my wife. Like you know, you're saying that she's an artist, and yeah, she's like way better than me, definitely. So I have someone to support me and to definitely say, hey, that does not look good. You need to change that. That dress isn't right, you know? So I had a tremendous amount of feedback, which was so helpful, you know? And I feel like that's the key to success, you know, is to just be up front and get some opinions, and still trust your gut, but listen to the people around you, and you know, do your best, you know. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we've got 2 more months to Fiesta, and this really set the tone. This was when we made that decision to bring Fiesta forward, however it looks, because this community is going to need some sense of joy and optimism coming out of it. There couldn't be a better representation of that. Just the movement, the joy in that poster. It captures the history, it captures the culture, and like I said, it's been resonating quite well with everybody. So,
yeah, I guess we have, you know, we were talking about getting a shirt made, and you know, I feel like that's going to be a combination of the pin and the poster. You know, kind of like I fused them together to make a more a graphic image for a T-shirt, and hopefully, you know, we see people walking around with that too. You know, just as part of the celebration. You know, I don't know if I remember the Old Spanish Days shirts. I don't think I've seen very many of them. So if we go ahead and we put that out, you know, I'm pretty excited for that too. You know, so.
Yeah, and everybody can get the poster and pin this year at sbfiesta.org. I think /shop. If not, just click on the shop icon. This is Andrew Leonard. We've been talking about this journey to developing the poster and the pin. And Andrew, from the bottom of my heart, as El Presidente of 2020, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the opportunity. I feel like this has been like a boost of confidence, and I don't know. It's not the key to the city yet, but I feel like I made the connections with people already that can just fuel my art career, and just make my, you know, fuel my art career, you know. And I feel like I'm very thankful, Eric. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can be together soon. And in the meantime, congratulations again on Baby Max, and Viva la Fiesta.